Y'all live and uncut. My name is Akil Sherman. I've been a certified trainer over 20 years, and I'm not the trainer that grew up flat stomach, small waist, in shape with a six pack. That's not my history. Listen, I wanted to come on here and talk to you all about why it's important to do cardio after your weight training. And what I mean specifically is if you're going to do both in the same session, like if you have enough time to do both, then you want to do your cardio after your weight training. I see a lot of discussion about that, particularly if your goal is fat loss. Like if you're looking for, to improve your win and your cardiovascular health, or if fat loss really isn't much of a priority for you and you're just, looking to be in shape, then it doesn't really matter. But for my folks out there whose focus is fat loss, then you absolutely want to do your cardio after your weights. And like I said, if you're talking about doing both in the same session. And so let's talk about why. So consider this: when we come in off the street and begin physical activity, the body is going to burn through carbohydrates and the sugar that is already stored in your body. Okay. Another name for this is glycogen. Glycogen is what helps the muscles contract. Okay. Without glycogen, you don't really get a great muscular contraction, and therefore you don't really have an effective workout. So with that being said, consider if you come in off the street and then you hop on some cardio, right? And you go and do like 30, 45 minutes of cardio first. You're going to burn through that glycogen. And you say, well, what's wrong with that? Well, you're not burning any fat. And so then if you go from the cardio to the weight training, now your body's in fat burning mode, but you've burned through the glycogen, the primary thing that helps the muscular contractions. So now your workout is inefficient. It's just inefficient. And then your concentration isn't there, because I do know this for a fact. A lot of people who do cardio first, you're prioritizing cardio. I know that sounds redundant, but then they just kind of do the weights as an aside. And the thing is, that is limiting limiting the benefits of the weight training, because you're trying to firm, tone, tighten, and sculpt the body too. Like, you want to look good. We want to like how we look once we lose the weight. So, in order to, and cardio doesn't shape, firm, tighten, and tone things. It just burns, primarily body fat. However, if you overdo cardio, you can also burn up muscle with that. But that's on the extreme case. Like if you are someone who's doing 5 days, 45 minutes per session cardio, that's too much. I wouldn't recommend that, because what you're going to do is burn muscle along with the body fat and likely wind up with a very soft build. And you probably won't like that. So what we want to do instead is to switch that. So you would come in, do 5 or 10 minutes of a warm up to get the blood flowing, get your muscles warm, and then take it over to your weight training, where you can use the glycogen in your muscles for proper muscular contractions. Your concentration is going to be more fresh, because weight training is not mindless activity, despite what some people may think. The better your muscular contraction, the better results you're going to get. You got to think you're looking to shape the muscle on each repetition, right? So the better you understand how to contract it, the better you can shape it, therefore the better it'll look. So then once you finish with your weight training and you've burned through your glycogen, now the body is ready for fat burning. So then when you get on the cardio equipment, your body, you'll be more inclined to burn fat during your cardio session. So now you're getting the totality of what you're trying to achieve. So it's just better for fat loss. Okay. So another thing I would say, if your goal again is for fat loss, you want to prioritize your weight training. A lot of times people focus, we have this in our head that we want to do our cardio. We want to do more cardio as opposed to the weight training. The weight training is what you want to prioritize, and then add the cardio. Like I said, either if you have the time,